Spring has arrived. Beautiful day in Calgary. The sun shining down on the Bull River as our curling coverage continues in southern Alberta. Just by the yellow guard, avoid the jam. They will. Lovely touch. Laura Walker.
I can't control my feet. I'm stuck with this energy. They're taking over me. I hear them sing and it goes.
We are 20 minutes west of downtown Calgary. Great vantage point of Canada Olympic Park down the slopes to Winsport Arena. And that is our feature. Njegovan, Carruthers taking on Walker and Muyres. Earlier this morning, in case you missed it, we were here. And here are the updated scores. It was Schmiemann, Morris winners, Haas and Tardy beating the Laws combination. Caitlin Laws a tough one with her final stone. They stole a win there, Haas and Tardy. Mitchell Smith 8-3 out of Newfoundland and Labrador. And the two-time gold medalist, Peterman Gallant. That was a big win in Pool A. Hope it's a great weekend thus far. Coming inside the building, Brian Mudrick once again joined by Kathy Gauthier. Excited for our feature, and it includes two players that are very experienced in Laura Walker and Kirk Muyres. Their third time together at this championship. They've medaled twice, but you feel the schedule not favorable for them yet. Why is that?
Well, it certainly isn't. They played one game. It's day 3. It's hard to get on a roll when you haven't had a lot of opportunities to be on the ice. We know both of these players stood on the podium, not the rung they wanted, but they did achieve well at the Scotties and the Brier, but need to get on a roll and need to start soon.
Meantime, for Reid Carruthers, his 5th appearance at this event. He's had a couple of partners, and this year it is Selena Njegovan. It is her first time ever competing, and you and Reid both feel this is a really tough pool.
Well, it is. Reid actually calls this pool the pool of death because of the depth in it. And for Selena, it is new. They had hoped to practice in November, but with the pandemic, their first opportunity to practice together was here. That makes it pretty tough.
Reid Carruthers, a champion before with Joanne Courtney. That was back in 2017. The only team to ever run the table perfect in winning that gold medal. Can he keep it rolling now with Selena Njegovan? First rock, next from Calgary.
Laura Walker. You bet a pistol. Great shot.
Whoa, whoa, Kirk Muyres gets the job done.
Yep.
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex and Cashmere, proud sponsors of Canadian curling for 40 years, by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Home Hardware. Here's how.
So happy you're making us a part of your weekend. Welcome inside Winsport Arena. They're the champions from 2018, also winning bronze at the Worlds that year, taking on Njegovan and Carruthers. It is time to meet the teams, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And Selena will throw rocks 1 and 5 on this squad. Reid Carruthers rocks 2, 3, and 4 in his 5th appearance at Mixed Doubles Nationals. And it's Laura Walker and Kirk Muyres. Laura stones 1 and 5. Kirk Muyres stones 2, 3, and 4. Njegovan Carruthers, the red stones this afternoon. Walker and Muyres, the yellow stones. There is the setup. It is always the team with hammer. Back 4, and that belongs to Walker and Muyres. They win the hammer in our feature matchup here on TSN. So Njegovan Carruthers will kick things off. And for Reid Carruthers, a lot of experience in this format, as he teamed up with Kate Cameron in the last championship, 2019. They had a 4-3 record, but this year, it is with Selena Njegovan in Selena's first ever appearance at Canadian Mixed Doubles.
Okay, weight's good. Okay, line's good now. Line's good.
Well, a really good opportunity for Selena to expand
Really moving.
the sport,
Okay, weight's
playing in the
close.
Scotties,
Line's good. Line's good.
and a definite presence on the Canadian junior scene for many years.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Gotta go for weight.
Okay, yeah, then right to it.
Okay, nice.
Great feet.
Trigger
on the tee.
Yeah.
And all 4 of these competitors in the bubble already at the Scotties or the Brier. And that includes this young lady who had her best finish ever, Laura Walker, a bronze representing Alberta. And of course, the one theme, we've talked about it a lot with the men's final, and obviously having Laura Walker on the podium. Just imagine the crowds here in Alberta, in Calgary, that we are missing greatly, and hope to have you back very soon at some point down the line.
Can't bounce yet.
Yeah, we're heavy. It's getting close. We're a little heavy, though.
Let it work still. Close. Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard.
Sit down, baby. Ah, good shot.
Little tap.
At the end a little bit.
It's tough. Like if I sweep it, it's like clean it, it's good.
So this will be unique for viewers that haven't watched mixed doubles. You know that Reid Carruthers, he had a serious knee injury years ago, used to be a tuck slider, and had to totally redo his slide. He has the stabilizer in his left hand, and that's not a magic trick. That broom is sitting there waiting for Reid, because obviously as soon as he releases, there you go, up he is, grabs the broom, and boom, time to sweep.
And he plants it, and by the ability to plant it, it's upright, so he doesn't have to waste time bending over to pick it up, because you're seeing him do this on the draws, but he'll also do this on the hit.
If you can read.
So it allows him to go very quickly.
Right over, keep going. Great shot.
And remembering too, Reid's played a lot of positions, but was a front end player with Jeff Stoughton. Sort of the Swiss Army knife of a lot of the players, including Reid Carruthers. You think of men and women that have played different positions over the years, including you winning 3 Scotties titles, Kathy, and winning at 2 different positions.
Quite heavy.
It's
I'm back 12. It's not good.
okay. If it's anything like mine, it'll try here.
Don't think I have enough weight or too much weight for it to.
It's trying.
Hero, baby. Ah, shoot.
I think that ice is okay.
Yeah, you're good. Just need.
Now, we've talked about Selena and her very first opportunity to play mixed doubles, but she's coming off a wonderful performance at the Scotties.
You like here or tapping?
I think we play the in again.
Same.
And that's the All-Star, made the second All-Star team, and in fact, in looking at her numbers, was perfect, 100% in terms of the first rock thrower in her last game. And timing is everything. That is referring to when you decide to throw the blast weight. That'll probably be Reid on his second or third stone. Just being patient and making one more throw sometimes makes a difference of what you leave your opponent.
Whoa.
Same weight.
Whoa.
Very small tap.
Yep.
Back four.
Whoa, then. Curl. Curl if you can,
If
Reid.
it's a hair high, it's okay. Sit.
Great shot.
You think, Laura?
Well, we talked about the challenges for Laura and Kirk just not playing very much. So Reid really quickly, they have the advantage of coming from Brier and Scotties, but it's different. It's faster. And the winning mentality, I use the verb because it is an action sense. For these 2 players, they just have found ways to win.
Keys to the game brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, an obvious choice for Western Canadians for over 95 years.
Good normal.
And what a run again, joining Matt Dunstone's team for the first time, that bronze medal here in Calgary. Kirk Muyres, tap.
That's good, Kirk.
Spills a couple red. Shooter still belongs to Carruthers Njegovan on the button.
Well, he gets those rocks moving, and that was key.
I'll check it in. Oh, good. I'm not. We're good.
And he created a little bit of an opening to get rid of the opponent's stone if he needs to. You can see the gap.
Couldn't do really any better to hang all these around.
Yeah. Well, I got some heat.
Yeah, I guess if you keep a shooter there, but that was tough to do with that guard.
Yeah. I could have done it probably like board weight. But,
Yeah, then you're flirting with the guard and then we're hooped.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
All right, if he makes this good, I guess we run it.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
like if he's-
you might be able to run and get all 3 of them.
We often talk about the combinations and looking back at the former winners, and those 2 obviously former champions. Interesting that both of them were great back-end players. We even saw Kirk skipping at a Brier a few years back. Laura so successful junior and skipping her own team, and now he's a front-end player. So judging the sweeping and
Top 4.
Okay, still need
Gotta
Having
try to get
seen
close to nose.
hundreds of rocks, and certainly Kirk called a bunch as well during the Briar, the judgment over the stone, which is what Reed Carruthers is doing right now, trying to gauge that weight.
Those that are just like tap nose, just run it.
The run was my first
Yeah.
thought. Although I guess the tap's pretty good.
What's that?
The tap's pretty good.
I don't mind this. I like.
I just never even saw the tap because I kind of assumed we'd run it if he was anywhere
Yeah.
high, but
Or we wouldn't be shot if we made the tapping.
no.
If you're good with this, I am too.
Yeah, I like it.
Outturn, pinch low, but nose is really good.
Yeah,
So
take your
this
time
is
here.
running that guard straight back in. The only way to make the double on those two reds is to hit it on the center line side, and no access because of the guard. So Kirk will try to hit the guard back to hit it in that area.
Hard, Laura.
Hard! Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
There, yeah.
What are you thinking? Here?
Yeah. Over curl's okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's make it.
Can I hurt myself trying to run?
No.
I don't think so.
No, you can't. And then you could maybe make it for 3.
I mean, if it's halfway guard, whatever, yeah.
See where she ends up there, right? You're right.
It's just, I don't think the run's any harder than this draw.
Exactly. Couldn't agree.
Think it's close?
Okay, you can. Let's take like there.
'Kay.
Split the difference.
Okay, let's make
Yeah. Weight's good here.
it. Okay.
So aiming at the edge of the 8-foot, 12-foot. Trying to replace the guard.
Okay, I got tight.
Okay, hold on.
How's the line?
Line's good. Line's really good.
2, 2, 3.
Okay, well,
How's the
Line's
line?
good.
Looks like it has to curl.
you're gonna be close. Yeah, finish, yep. Hard read, right over. Hard! Hard read, go, 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 go.
Trying to get to the
Keep
center
going.
line
Go, go,
and
go,
block
go, go,
off
go,
that
go, go,
tap,
go, go.
and a pretty good guard.
So, good seat.
Okay, good. Good shot.
I think you're just going to get this much curl.
Yeah.
So try to run this stone back. This one goes this way, this one goes this way. But what makes this even more difficult is that you're running your opponent's stone in. So you don't want to jam.
All right, take your time and go see it.
Laura Walker, one of the most consistent competitors ever at this event. Lost a final in 2016 with Jeff Walker, her husband, losing to Gallant and Peterman. And then that gold medal with Muyres 2018 and a bronze with Kirk in 2019. So finding the podium every time, Laura Walker.
Whoa. Whoa.
Their
Yeah.
final stone here in one. It is a tough run back to try score. Laura Walker, run it back, clip it,
Shot.
and just jams the red. But not a bad result considering what was sitting there
Good shot, Laura.
on the button in the forefoot.
One red.
As they give up just the single. It is a steal for Njegovan and Carruthers. It all began on Thursday. 35 teams from across Canada trying to win a national championship. And I think by tomorrow we'll start to see a little more clearance of the teams that will qualify. You want to win your pool. That ensures that you get a bye into the playoffs, as there are 5 pools, 7 per pool. And our feature is Njegovan Carruthers, Walker Muyres. And it was a pretty nice run back. A steal, obviously, for Njegovan Carruthers, but Laura Walker, the run back to get a few of those stones off the forefoot. So here we are in 2, and hammer belonging again to Walker and Muyres, throwing the yellow rocks.
Yeah, I think you're
We've seen also in this field of mixed doubles, Clancy Grandy is playing,
T-line
and
top
it was
4.
Walker and Grandy teaming up back in
T-line.
2011. They played in a Canadian Juniors in Calgary,
Real heavy. T-line
and that
top
was the
4.
same year in Calgary where Kirk Muyres won the gold
Curl a little,
medal,
though.
and he was on Braden Moskowy's team.
Yep, lock it on.
Beauty shot, Laura. That's as good as you can do.
Good sweeping.
Nice
Still
weight.
had some extra finish late.
Yeah, you did, eh?
Yeah.
That's the right weight.
Good dodge.
Well done.
Still seeing that little bit of extra finish. We saw it on Laura's run back. That center line still having some fresh pebble, making rocks move a little bit more just at the end. But that will get worn down.
Line's
Weight's
good.
close.
Line's good.
Max.
Okay. We have no line right now.
No,
Okay, there
can't
it goes.
go. Can't go.
Okay. Come on, curl and sit.
Head back 8.
Okay.
Wait.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Just the straight freeze.
Get you updated on some scores across the sheets of ice. And Nancy Martin, Tyrell Griffith leading, as Nancy Martin losing finals in 2013 and 2019. She's always knocking on the door and has a great team in Tyrell Griffith, good teammate there. Bobby Sauter, Brendan Botcher taking on Kristen Karwacki and Derek Samagalski, and it's the lefty duo, Sweet and Kennedy versus Burchard and Schneider. And Burchard Schneider, the 1-point advantage, as you can see over there. So some good matchups on the ice
Back 4, back
this
4.
afternoon in Calgary.
That's okay. This is getting quick though. It was 14-6 without sweats.
Any
just
teams
freeze
or
the center
combinations
line.
intrigue you so far, Kathy, or stand out to you in any way?
Well, I think that the Gushu Anderson is one that I want to be watching just because it is interesting to see two skips that have not played together, Carey not playing the discipline, how well they do on sheer talent alone.
Maybe take a hair less.
I think the two lefties are another team that we've talked about, Mark Kennedy being the ultimate chameleon and playing any position, any sport, any time.
Yeah. Because I liked how you threw it.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't bad.
No.
So
You didn't move it too far.
it was tough to see what he ends up doing here.
Okay, weight's good.
Line's good. Yeah, a little bit for line. Okay, line's good. Yeah, line. Yep, right to it. Hard read, right to it for line. Oh. Yep, keep going, keep going. Great throw.
Okay.
Good shot. Oh, sorry, it's okay.
Might be
Nice throw,
third shot stone.
Yeah, 15-1.
Freeze our yellow. Is that any good?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you can get, let's try to get second shot in here. Even if you touch that and sit here, it's not bad.
Okay. Same line, I guess.
same
You
ice
start to
then?
cluster those yellow stones. And the problem is going to be, if you're able to get right in here, this is going to be the stone right there that's going to cause you grief. Both teams.
Line's good.
But for Carruthers and Njegovan to try to move that stone back to minimize the scoring
T-line.
opportunities for the yellow rocks.
Hard line.
The red and the yellow behind the tee line getting their
Top
way.
4.
Keep going. Okay.
Freeze that, maybe? What do you think?
Yeah, you're on a corner of it.
Okay.
Just can't bounce right now.
It's okay right there.
Yeah. Good.
Here?
Yeah. I think you could actually hit it to get that yellow off the button, but dead nose gets it going. It's a hair risky though.
You don't have all of it, though.
No.
Whatever you're seeing, Reed.
I like the guard.
Okay, let's make it.
Okay.
And that's the
Halfway.
timing that I talked about in the keys. The tendency here for Reed is looking at playing the run back and scattering things, because it is possible. If you do make the run back and you hit it at the right angle, red goes there, yellow goes out the door, and that's great. But if you hit it wrong, that yellow stone just thrown is in your way and you make it easier for your opponent. So this is again going back to the aggressive, just drawing in to the pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it out there. Where are you?
Halfway.
Okay, let it stop.
3.
Okay.
Probably on its own, eh?
Okay, yeah, it needs to stop.
Okay.
Or we're curling. Sit. Good. That works. Good shot.
Okay.
I think we're just right here.
Yeah, I think so.
There, second, hey, on the
I'd measure that.
back one.
Okay, so not sure.
Yeah, forgot that rock existed.
Well, I think if we go here, we might have something where, like, that just moves back. This one scores then. I don't know.
He might try it and open it up.
He might try that. I don't think that's a big deal. Like a 3 isn't going anywhere, and it might open it up for a few.
No, like I don't think you can nestle in here. Hey.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
That year they won, Kathy, in 2018. They beat Sahadak and Lott, who we featured earlier today, and both those teams went on to play in that World Cup event in 2018-2019, the Mixed Doubles World Cup event, representing Canada to get some international experience. Of course, such a huge deal now that it is an Olympic sport.
Line's good.
Wait's close, Laura.
Okay, line's good. It's running right now.
It's a little light here.
Okay, go ahead. Line's fine if you're tight. Keep it moving.
I'm tight.
Keep it moving. Line will be good. Keep it moving. Oh.
I'm halfway to tight.
Yep. Keep going. It's good.
I don't mind the out turn.
Sorry.
He was like here.
Yeah. Whatever turn you want.
Just like high?
Yeah.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Kirk hoping to come in a little bit deeper and maybe lure Selena into playing some kind of run, but not so much. Just going to throw another guard and be happy to concede the 1. That's the thinking.
Right?
You could probably guard an inch of the hole.
Okay.
I think you're taking like this.
I'm not sure that's easier. I'm not even sure it scores 2.
And I'd like to make sure we score.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll play that.
Okay.
Let's see if that works.
Unless there's not a hole there, is there? Like if I.
Yeah, I hear.
I'm just wondering if I just touch our yellow.
Yeah.
But if I touch the top red, is that bad?
I don't think so.
See, that's a veteran play. You sit down and talk. you know, why stand when you can sit down and catch your breath and have a chat?
That was the line.
Line's good. Keep it out there a bit.
Just try to cross the yellow
line's
touch.
good. Line's good. Needs to curl a bit.
Well, this is something you'd never see in team play, where you have your skip and third, if you will, in the house, charting things out long before the stone is down there. But time is of the essence in mixed doubles.
Good shot.
No, it's over buried, so I think I have to throw something like
Just throw hack and just try to touch an inch and see if it works.
Yeah. Do you like middle of 8? Is that too much in this spot?
Nope. Hack weight. Just hack, probably. You're right, because it's over
Just
buried.
trying to tick this stone sideways a little bit. That red stone is the one
Hack, if I touch the guard, I'm
that is second shot.
Right. Yeah, good point.
I'm not worried if they wind up ticking the guard, they tick the guard.
think
There's
that's
not a
the- that's
lot
the
of
line
risk
you want.
associated with this.
Try to throw hack and
I think the thinner you can touch it, the better.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Go find your spot. Give her a go. Let's go make it.
Once we're by the, like if you get by the guard tight, you probably just want to sweep it. It's tough for me to see the rock from back here.
Yeah, totally.
Good speed in here, hey?
Yep.
I can just throw what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Hack weight.
And you see the sliver of that yellow stone. They'll try to scooch across sideways.
Just soft hack.
So a lot of rocks in play here. They got one for
Just
sure.
soft hack,
Locked
Laura.
on the button. Final stone in 2.
Close, yep. Whoa, yeah.
Soft hack.
Whoa.
Hack.
You heard Laura get it by that guard and then try carve it over. They're by easily, but it will not curl up.
My fault. It was hack.
And they might take a closer look, but I think it's just the single. Thank
throw,
you
Laura.
for the
Thanks.
confirmation.
Too much ice, I guess.
It was hack.
So 1 yellow.
Yeah.
Soft hack. It was definitely
As we're all tied up here in Calgary. Hello, friends. The first golf major of the year gets underway Thursday, April 8th. With the 85th edition of the Masters, watch as the world's top golfers tee off at Augusta in pursuit of the coveted green jacket. Every round on TSN and CTV, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Are you channeling your inner librarian?
I am. Well, and it's not that green jacket, but that is an awesome green jacket, and a lot of
another one.
Fans here.
Ah, the Grinch. That's me on the golf course.
Every day. Glad you're watching our coverage of the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship here on TSN. In a 1-1 tie in our feature, Walker Muyres, Njegovan, and Carruthers. And it is critical. Whoever wins this will be Team Canada. And off to the Mixed Doubles Worlds on May 16th. And Canada has not qualified yet for the Olympic Games, which start Friday, February 4th, 2022. The Winter Games in Beijing. And if anyone knows the pressure, it is Reed Carruthers, because the last time it was him and Joanne Courtney. They had to place a certain ranking to ensure Canada got in, and they had a lot of do-or-die games. They did get the job done. They won a silver medal at the Worlds that year, which was absolutely huge. It was in Lethbridge, 2017. As they lost to Switzerland's Martin Rios and Jenny Perret, but that was a massive run for them to get Canada in.
Hard read, right to it. We're losing line a bit. Keep on, go, 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 go.
Okay.
Good feet.
It's a good spot.
Like here?
Yeah, top 8, top 4.
And we had a good conversation with Scott Pfeiffer, who's in charge of the Canadian Mixed Doubles program, and you asked the question very candidly. It is a little bizarre. Canada is the defending champs at the Olympics, Caitlin Laws and John Morris, and it was Glant Peterman winning a silver medal at the Worlds the last time we had a Worlds, and yet Canada has yet to qualify. It's interesting how it plays out, at least thus far.
It is. It is. You know, one of the things that Scott said is there was 48 countries involved, and so the decision is they're just not prepared to award countries spots. But you have to think at some point there's going to be maybe a 3-year average, or not just base it on 1 year. Who knows what the ice conditions will be like. All of those variables don't always produce the best countries.
I'm going to play the outturn tap, I guess. We could play, if we can hit that, if we get some bump there, so we good. Let's just play on ours.
Okay. Yeah, it's very usable still, so it's good.
Just like leaving it there would be nice if we could.
One of the things that we have noted is that for teams playing in the bubble, we hear far more whispering than we've ever heard. There was no one there. Both Reed and Selena are at the other end, but it's so quiet in the building. You just feel, if you're talking in a normal tone of voice, that everyone can hear you.
Pretty low scoring thus far across the sheets of ice, as the Scotties champion back-to-back, Brianne Mayer and Nichols up 3-2 on Martin Griffith. Soderbacher 2-1 over Korwacki and Semigalski. And the lefty combination you talked about, Kathy, Sweeting and Kennedy, tied up with Burchard and Schneider in a good battle over in Pool D. They're in the third end of play.
Halfway.
Okay, you're just halfway. You might have to finish it a hair.
2/3.
Okay, 2/3 line should be good. Stay close.
Halfway to 2/3.
Stay close to finish it. Yep.
Halfway.
You gotta keep it moving a little. Yep. Get to the line, Bite the line. Good.
That's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
I think we have to play it again.
The run?
I think so.
Okay.
A really well-placed guard, not only in position, but in depth outside of the house. So for the run to be made straight back,
But you're right,
it's a long one.
Great. You never know, they might roll out on something, right?
Yeah, I mean, a nose hit's not the easiest shot in mixed doubles.
If he plays it hit low, I'm not super worried.
I think he's running it in.
Gotcha.
Like trying to
Gotcha.
take that one. Maybe he'll make it for us.
That's another shot. Like if we end up clicking our top red but sticking there, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I don't mind that shot.
I don't mind that either.
Okay, let's play that.
Okay.
I'll play normal weight.
Okay, you got it.
I'm just worried if we guard and they make the nose tap there.
I agree.
It's going to be a way easier score for
So
them.
Reed changing the call with Selena in the hack.
Well, you know, the thing is that if you hit it right, it's great. But there's also a way to manipulate the stones in the house that aren't all or nothing.
Yep.
I was trying to get his shooter to roll farther out into the open that he could run it in.
Just like
I think you can see enough of it.
Like, do we want to be in the rings?
no, probably not, eh? Guard for our life there.
Yeah, like this isn't easy.
No, and they should lose one of them, so like it should be
Unless
it's
you
maybe
want
a
to
shot
come
for
right
2.
here in case they do lose. Like then we have a yellow in the rings.
Yeah, I gotta cross it. I don't mind that actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty makeable. What do you think?
I like that.
That's important because this is what they know is the setup for Reed and Selena on the next one. And if you throw a guard and they are able to make that, you could wind up facing 3 all buried.
Line's good. Maybe a hair tight if anything.
Weight's close.
Okay, line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Just line.
No. It's
Yeah, pretty heavy,
really
unfortunately.
running. Do we want to touch this, do you think?
Oh God, I don't know. This is not good.
I
guess stay
Yep.
high on
Yep.
it. Hit and roll.
Yep. Try to get that off.
Oh dear.
It's not good for business at all.
Should have touched the red one, I guess. Sorry.
Tough to call that audible when there's just 2 players
It's
on the
tough.
ice. You're used to having 4 people you can rely on, and Kirk knew it. He knew it was not good even before the far hog line.
Well, and they tried to take it back when it was obviously going to be
Those are hair
heavy.
high.
Yeah.
I'll just throw like fur.
Look like.
And
Okay,
with the
got it.
rolling to the wings, a nose hit is the double. Both yellows go. And I'm going to go back to what we talked about in the opening, Brian. 3rd day of the event, only 1 game for Kirk and for Laura. It's not been big things. It's been a little bit of line reading and a little bit of weight. It's hard to get on a roll when you haven't played very much.
Whoa!
Come on.
Bang, bang, there it goes.
I think freeze that.
Yeah.
So, Kathy, someone watching, though, may make the argument, well, hey, they played in the Scotties, they played in the Brier. Shouldn't they be prepared? Shouldn't they be ready? Or does that just speak to the fact of how different mixed doubles is?
A little bit of both. They've been in the bubble. They're used to all the extra
good.
stuff, the testing and the no noise. But what they're not used to is we have heard over
Like
and
5 feet less
over
than your
the
draws, eh?
conditions are faster. It is the same ice, same rocks, but it is quicker. And so if you keep throwing what you did at the Scotties and
If I'm tapping,
Brier,
let me know
you're
so
going
I
to be
can
2 feet deep, which is exactly what we're seeing.
All right, let's go make her.
So a very nice end here, setting up for Carruthers Njegovan in a 1-1 tie with Hammer. And just this one stone to come from Laura Walker, trying to get her and Kirk out of some trouble.
Close.
No.
Weight's close, Laura.
No.
How's line?
It's wide right now. Still needs
We're
to
a little
curl.
heavy. Just go around it.
Whoa.
Go around it.
Whoa, okay, yeah. Whoa, Kirk, whoa. Just let it curl, I think.
And they were caught again in
Good throw,
between
Laura.
that slide path, Kathy.
It is quicker. And the anticipation of movement.
Sorry, it's hard
Not
to
your
see the
fault.
line from back there.
Not your fault. That was all me, unfortunately.
Big chance here for Selena.
You can play more or less, whatever you like.
I was seeing control.
Yeah, I like control. Control and just take like an inch more ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go crazy.
No, it's not gonna go crazy. It'll start to curl when you get closer to the center. But like you agree like this?
Yeah.
Yep, I like that.
Let's
Yeah,
look at it.
control weight.
Reed's career is a school teacher, and you will often hear that very teaching, patient tone, not only on his men's team, but in this as well. And there's some of the numbers we talked about.
Trying to stay perfect. She's thrown 4 hits so far this week.
Curl, Reed.
Curl?
Yeah, you got to curl. Right to it.
Don't want to jam
Hard,
and
you
want to
got
stick
it.
the shooter.
Keep it going. Clean.
And they will avoid the jam, and they will stick the shooter, and that is a huge 4 for Njegovan. Carruthers.
Yes.
As they break the game open and a 5-1 advantage after 3.
See.
Green Hammer, power play here in the 4th end. And a chance to try get some momentum going for Laura Walker, Kirk Muyres. So the Stones from the center line, they move out, corner guard. The yellow stone belongs to the team with Hammer, touching the 8 and 12 foot, and that belongs to Walker and Muyres as they are down by 4 with Hammer throwing the yellow rocks, trying to orchestrate some offense.
Well, a really good example how one shot can create huge points in mixed doubles. That little bit of a bounce off created a double and no opportunity to kind of quickly get rid of some stones.
Okay.
So 4 on the board and trying to find a way to generate some offense.
Well, I would say you aim right
Okay.
here.
Would it be any slower across the middle?
I think you want to throw about a 14.5.
What I just threw, or is that too much?
What you just threw. Yes, that'll be really good.
So by the end of this year, Laura Walker is going to be the bubble expert, as we saw her at the Scotties, now playing mixed doubles, and announced that she'll be playing for Rachel Homan's team in the 2 slam events following the World Championships here in the bubble, the Champions Cup and the Players Championships. She'll be joining the Rachel Homan team as Rachel is expecting their 2nd child, and wishing Rachel and her family all the best back home.
Yep. Hard! Hard! Kirk, hard!
And mission
Beauty.
accomplished. How about
Nice
that?
shot.
2 nice
Very
ones
nice.
now.
Very nice.
Obviously the set stone and her first behind the corner guards.
Freeze.
It really
Yep.
went.
Really nice draw weight.
Yeah, busy couple months as Laura Walker, obviously a lot of curling, and a new mom to Liam with Jeff Walker.
Okay, line's good. Full line. Where are you?
A little hot.
Okay.
Still hot. Probably T-line.
Whoa, no, don't touch it.
More than that. Sit.
There we go.
And here's a great example of how that power play can really help you generate something, as now in this 4th end it's tilting towards Walker Muyres.
Probably. Let's see which one. Depends
Well,
on
and with that stone that is light, thrown on the very first one by Carruthers Njegovan, it creates a bigger wall to get behind. And so for Kirk, a chance to bury 3.
Weight's good.
Close.
Don't want to, but I can.
Okay, you're okay. Line's good. Close though.
Weight's really good.
Yep. Line's good.
Top 8, bite the 4. Top 8, bite the 4.
Oh, line's good.
I think probably stack them up, eh?
Oh, it needs to curl a bit for that.
Curl, baby.
Beauty, Kirk. Nice shot.
Oh, thanks.
Run it. Try to get rid of
That
2.
didn't run at all like mine.
Yeah, no, that's why we gave him 4.
Well,
If you're not
play the intern
familiar,
at it.
every team has a chance to call a power play per game if you have hammer. Cannot be used at an extra end.
Pretty much knows, hey?
Yeah.
And this is the run back. Those 3 stones buried. No way to access any of them.
Just sit there for me, I think.
Okay, you got it.
So trying to run the stone that is to the right. The closest guard to the center line, straight back.
Whoa. Try to get the other red moving.
Reed Carruthers
Red
And
one,
hits
red
him
one,
in the
red
crotch, and look at that, the action. It'll actually get into the house, top 12.
Okay, like.
Can he make this double or no? Can't see enough?
Yeah, but I mean, he touches it. Like, I think given our circumstances, it's okay to leave that. What do you think?
I mean, he's going to probably make this. Do
Yeah.
we guard the red or do we come here?
I'm not sure.
You want to call a timeout?
Yeah, sure. Timeout.
So the first timeout being used as each team gets 2 timeouts of 90 seconds and 24 minutes of thinking time.
It's like, he's not going to miss contact on those.
If he only makes one of them, we still only probably get 2.
Yeah, because that's such an easy double
You know what I mean? If he misses contact. So I think this is probably the shot. And then it actually gets pretty dicey. Now he's making a double run.
Yeah, and if he has nowhere, like, they can maybe draw around it all, but it's tough to stay shot.
And I think we can always touch them out if they're in a place, right?
Yeah, let's guard.
I think right here.
Yeah.
Probably just show them it. Oh, I don't know.
As long as you don't show him enough to nose it. Like, where do we, I guess, does it matter?
Let's try to line it up on that red. That's
Okay.
probably our best bet, eh?
Do you like the same ice?
I think that's close. What do you think?
Yeah, because you came to here.
Yeah, I like that.
So you don't usually like to throw a guard when your opponent's... Here, let me just draw this out for you.
Good luck.
Here's... that's the problem. Reed did not get what he wanted out of that last shot. He didn't make contact, but what he did is he grazed one of his own stones that's closer. And for Kirk and Laura, they don't feel there's any chance he's going to miss.
Halfway
it's such a short run. It's about 1.5 feet.
We can wait halfway.
And so trying to protect against that run by throwing a guard.
You got to finish it.
You don't typically like to guard when you have last rock, but they see the potential to score multiple points and get right back in this game. You don't want to leave an easy shot to let the opponent off the hook.
Good.
And did that
Not
curl
bad, eh?
enough for them,
doesn't have-
Kathy? Pretty close.
And it gets really risky.
Yeah.
What do you think? Or do we just wrap?
Could wrap. It's hard though.
As we focus in on some other scores, and I want to key on the Martin and Griffith matchup, as Nancy Martin, the most career games all time, as she's a familiar face in this format. And she's lost 2 finals before, 2013, 2019, and looking good against Mayor Nichols. Burchard Schneider leading, and all tied between Soderbacher, Karwacki, and Samagulski.
Red out and not hit the pile.
Right.
Then they get more than 4. So.
Okay, you got it. Make it.
Okay.
So judging from the
Just sit there
stone
if you want.
placement in front of the hack, I think that he is going to try to get to that red stone with as much as he can. That's what you can see, and get something out. He's looking at the scoreboard saying we're 4 up. Let's not risk the wrap.
Got to drag it by that yellow, and they will crash. And my goodness. Opportunity knocking now here in 4 to get right back in this game for Walker Muyres.
Big weight out there. You're right.
The best she can get rid of 2, and then I have a shot for 3.
Oh, this is his final throw. Throws the big weight, but just curls.
I totally agree,
you
Laura.
know,
I'm in
here?
for that.
You just,
Yeah, what do you think about, like,
you
edge
can be
4?
here. Yeah. Yeah.
You just need to be in
I
the
thought the
paint
speed through
and
the
out
middle
counting
was
the red
okay.
one at the back. They know Selena will probably play that short run again, feeling that she'll only be able to remove 2 at the most, and then there would be a draw for 3.
Line's good. See, you're better here. Running still. Doesn't look like you can hurt it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You can't hurt it. You can be full 12 even.
We're pretty close.
Behind the 2.
We're pretty close. We
I
don't.
really don't want to leave hers.
No. Should come into
You're
ours.
right. You're right. Good shot. Beauty, Kirk.
Thanks. Great weight. They lie 4.
Yeah.
Right there.
Minus 4.
I like it.
Like I can.
So hitting the
Yeah,
open
I'll
one,
see what she
Kathy,
says.
and not the run back. Why, in your estimation? Can you not generate a double at least and knock out a couple yellows on the left side of your screen?
You could for sure. It's a choice. If you play that run back, you're probably getting rid of 2. But if you ever don't hit it correctly, you could give up 5. This way you hit and stick. You're forcing Laura to hit and stick as well. If you take 4, you're still tied up.
Same as last. Hair hard.
No, got a curl read. Hard for a piece, Reed. Hard,
So this
Reed,
one's
right
floating
there.
out there just to make contact. Selena Njegovan got to get a piece, and she will. Loses the shooter, but it will be
First one was the draw that I've been
the
throwing.
draw for 4 to tie things
So if
up.
you can give me the same you've been giving me, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, same as last time.
Shoot. Sorry.
It's okay.
That was a rough end.
It wasn't our best end. Yeah.
Good thing we were up 4.
Just kind of like.
The good news, we got them to use their power play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aim for right in the edge.
Okay.
That'll give you a good spot to aim for. And then same as you've been giving me.
Okay.
We'll put it on the tee.
That little comment by Reed shows how powerful teams feel the power play is. And it's a great example. Yes, there were some misses, but it does provide an opportunity to score multiple points.
Weight's good, Laura.
Final stone in 4, Laura Walker.
Good. Hasn't curled yet, Kirk.
This team has 3 in their back pocket,
Still not
trying
moving.
to tie things up here in Calgary.
There it goes.
Nice shot, Laura.
Shot.
Beauty.
Lovely draw weight, and that's how you use the power play as they come through big time and tie things up as we're locked up at 5 at Wynn Sport Arena.
Thanks.
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by Sponge Towels Paper Towels, made for real-life messes. By OK Tire and BKT Tires. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Trying to stay perfect. She's thrown 4 hits so far this week.
Queen.
And they will avoid the jam, and they will stick the shooter, and that is a huge 4 for Njegovan. Carruthers. And it was a huge 4 because they gave it right back in that next stand, Kathy, as we check the numbers after 4.
Well, advantages given both ways. Kirk Muyres bounces off, leads to a double that goes to 4. That very next stand, Carruthers wicks on a guard. That leads to 4. That's why we're tied. Some really strong numbers. The story, I think, after 4 has been just broom placement and draw weight.
After 4 is brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. As our action in the curling bubble continues, the beautiful Canada flag and a great vantage point of Canada Olympic Park. And down the hill, you'll find us at Wynn Sport Arena, the Final 4 next. Glad you're with us on this Saturday. Our coverage of the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship continues. And we mentioned, too, the Olympics not far away. It'll all begin in Beijing, China on February the 4th. Mixed doubles, though, actually will start on February the 2nd. So it's one of those sports that will start before the opening ceremony. So whoever will represent Team Canada will have a few games in. A little competition on the ice before those opening ceremonies as we bring you back to our feature game in a 5-5 tie. Walker, Muyres, Njegovan, Carruthers all locked up.
T-line, back 4.
And it is the team from the West St. Paul Curling Club with Hammer throwing the red stones.
Close.
We're just to it still.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Not heavy.
Yep.
T-line.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard.
Ah, jeez.
Sorry, Laura.
It's okay.
Good spot.
Yeah. on.
Didn't
Got
have a
some
peg.
line.
Yeah. Yeah, nice shot.
Yeah, thanks.
Good spot.
Close.
I think you're maybe a little light.
Yeah.
You can go line. Okay, line's good.
Obviously, there's so many games on the sheets of ice in our broadcast schedule.
A little bit.
In the games we've covered, that's the first time I recall, though, that a team has used power play to try generate offense, not defense, and has been very successful with that kind of a score.
We've seen teams try to utilize it and wind up with 1 or 2 points, but not 4. Well-executed power play. You heard Reed saying, well, I'm glad that they've used it by now. Cannot reuse it. That was their one time. Something that Carruthers and Njegovan still can utilize whenever they feel they need to or want to.
Line's good. Close
As long as they have hammer.
Weight's
Yep.
good. T-line.
Whoa, then close, Kirk.
T-line, top button.
Close, yep.
T-line,
Yep.
T-line, back 4.
Yes! Hard!
Back 4.
Hard! Hard! Okay, you're by.
Girl. Good call, Laura.
That's good, Kirk. Sit 2.
Well, great line call and great belief by Kirk that with communicating the weight that Laura was calling line for a reason.
Got this? It was maybe a little less.
What kind of weight?
It's either that or the freeze on theirs. Who's shot? Who's shot?
There too.
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Yeah, this is. They got some heat.
Good.
I like just the freeze, yeah.
You know what that feels like now?
Whoa.
Hey, wait's close.
No line. We have no line. Go to the back one. Yep.
I thought that's what we were playing.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
That's what we were playing, I thought.
I thought you said that.
Oh, no, I'm never freezing that one.
That's why I was confused. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
And keeping in mind, the first time Reed and Selena
Nice
even
shot.
practiced together was here because of the year that was. Both of them playing a lot at a team level, but not together. And so those kind of communication things can easily happen.
I get it. I mean, we've worked together over a decade, and I still don't understand you half the time, so I totally can relate.
I write notes, I have arrows.
Lots of room.
It's not a lot of weight.
We have
Back
a
4
ton of
only.
room.
It's a pinch less than my last one.
That's good because it has to curl.
Just,
a country
just
mile
T-line.
right now. Hard, close. Whoa, it needs to curl still.
Just nice T.
Finish it if you can.
That's really good, isn't
Yeah, nice weight, Kirk.
You know, we keep mentioning the Olympics. I can't believe,
were
you know,
that originally
2010
called as a
Vancouver and how much fun we had in the booth.
It's one of the best experiences.
Unreal how time has flown by, though. That's over 10 years ago.
But it's enough to hit it. Just, I think maybe we have to play the run and just play it this way.
Play it into
Play
this.
Play it onto the red, but
Yeah.
to lose the guard, right? Okay. Come, sweet.
So this is about doing two different things. It's about running the guard back and moving some of the stones around, but you also heard that one of the things that they want to do is lose the shooter. So you run this stone back this way, have it go into the yellow and get some reaction, but you also want to make sure that your shooter rolls away. With Last Rock, they want to have some sense of opening and an opportunity to get to the stones in the 4.
What do you think?
You only have one rock left,
One
right?
left.
Yep. Yep. Hard, hard, hard.
And Reed will drive it by everything. Other scores from across the sheets of ice. Martin Griffith still leading and with hammer. Sweeting Kennedy up by a pair without hammer. And it is Sauter and Botcher up 3-2 over Karwacki and Semigulski. As Kristen Karwacki, the sister-in-law to Reed Carruthers.
Do you hate a broom less ice? I had you here. Do you like this?
Sorry?
I had you here. Do you like here?
Yeah. Maybe just split it in half. Yeah.
Well, the first time both teams scoring a 4-ender since draw 13 back in 2019. And the competitors that day were Emily and Robert Desjardins and Peterman and Gallant. So hope you took the over in this contest in our feature.
Curl, baby.
Anything on it. Anything on it.
Probably overswept it.
And I think yellow is shot stone.
I would agree.
Dead at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You got it? I think so.
Yeah.
What turn?
In turn again.
Okay.
Some more yellow in there was good. Then if he doesn't make this, and we could ever get that one back and sit 3 on her, it's
Yeah, you're right.
scary for her now, right?
You're right.
It's just kind of like,
It's just one of those things that's like, be on guard is a good point.
because then we guard again, and like, I don't really know what we're guarding, to be honest.
It's dicey.
Trying to run his stone back at an angle and pop the 2 yellows straight out sideways.
Yellow on the left. Yellow on the left. Left yellow.
And 2 will squirt through.
Wait.
Okay, that's good.
That works.
So like, what does she have here? Nothing?
I think
She can probably get it
might
spread
make
out
it
before
enough.
that.
This jams and might make it 4.
Okay, should we get another one in there?
Say we draw here or guard. My guess is this is easier. And then she's flirting with giving us a steal 2.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
But she'll draw.
Because she can make something off both of these. So I'm wondering unless I like
What are you guarding?
which I have to pick one to guard because I can't guard both.
I think we draw that back one and then we're sitting
exactly
pretty
what
good.
I just threw on the
exactly.
first one.
That's the shot.
Even if I'm just biting the floor, like getting another one
Yeah.
into the rings is pretty good, I
Yeah,
think.
no, I agree. Yeah, give me that same weight you just gave me, the same throw.
Yeah.
Let's freeze that back one. I think we're sitting really good.
So assume that there's no rock thrown. They know that she's going to have a chance to run it back and maybe pop that out that way or this one. So they talked about guarding, but they realize that they're still going to leave a stone no matter what. So if they're able to freeze onto the back one, there still will be the pot that she can draw to, she being Celine on her final one. But now it's for 1.
So for Laura Walker, you got to visualize where you see the target, the fake broom, so to speak.
Good.
Room right now. Close.
A little heavy.
And the out-turn draw without hammer here in 5.
Whoa.
It's a little heavy.
Whoa. Whoa.
Still a little heavy.
Whoa. It's trying.
Curl, baby.
Curl, please.
Actually, gotta go, don't I? Nice shot,
Well,
Laura.
she said please, and there you go.
Very nice.
Beauty.
3rd shot stone.
Okay. You could just play a
Just a
tap,
tap, yeah.
and then you
I
can
think
try to
you're
move
right off
that.
I think that helps a lot.
Beauty.
It's tough, but
Yeah, like we'll play the dead nose. If you graze it, great.
here.
Yep.
Tap.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the tap for 1 is there, but they're also looking at how do we, if there's any chance they touch that stone at all sideways, you can see that it only has to move about 2 inches to the right as we look at it to score 2. That's really difficult. So objective 1, straight back, tap.
So like back
And
4.
if the angle's good,
So, yeah.
you get fortunate, you might even get 2.
Back 4, middle 8.
Tough.
Could you hammer it with a lot of weight, though, Kathy, and just paper that yellow and make kind of a double? You'd lose your 1 red
To actually
stone.
move it far enough and not spill your shooter, like that's hard.
But, I mean, you have to throw a lot of weight.
Because if you just touch, you can go.
The yellow would have to squish out straight sideways. You'd lose the back red, and then it would redirect onto the back yellow.
You know what? Anytime, there's always those options, those high hard ones. But when you throw the high hard ones, you risk just catching nothing or the one that's straight back and giving up a steal. She's playing for 1 for sure and the potential for 2.
Yeah.
This is not curling.
Okay.
And just a little tap. And just to confirm,
yellow.
yes,
One
it
yellow.
is just the one, a steal of one for Walker and Muyres as they've come all the way back now and lead 6-5.
Coming through. Oh, she got it. Now where's the roll? Oh, in behind.
There's no fear.
I think we will be entertained from La Belle Province. It'll be awesome. Laurie St. George, Felix Asselin, 2-0 record as well. Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang at 3-0. And of course, still some action to come tonight. But that is our feature tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And what do we have here, Kathy?
We have a green hammer.
Really? You're not going to bite?
It's a power play.
Not a girl. Power play is on as the Rocks move. We got the corner guard. You see the Redstone in the house fighting 8 and 12 foot, and that is the power play. So the answer back, as this time it is Selena Njegovan, Reed Carruthers, their opportunity to use the power play. So both now officially used in our feature, in a 6-5 advantage right now for Walker and Muyres.
Well, Selena and Reed really trying to stop the bleeding. Up 4 points, gave the 4, gave the steal.
Sweep it early.
Yeah.
So at a minimum, changing momentum, but also with that corner guard and already one behind it, trying to utilize it and score as many as their opponents did when they used their power play.
A little wide, but let it work if you can, Reed.
Slight.
Try to bite her. Go, go, go. Keep on.
Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's okay. Feel the slow slide.
Yeah.
You like that, Kirk? Do you like that?
Is it crazy to tap your yellow and split it and lie 2? Or is that
No.
nuts? I don't know.
Like, would you play it this way and almost do this?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'd like to play it like this still in case I knows it.
Back 8?
Yeah, are you okay with this?
Yeah, I think just back 8 though, so if you ever go by it, we're still shot.
Love it.
The risk of this is that if you split and you roll just a little bit to the left as you look at that yellow stone, Reed could decide to hit and roll under, utilizing those 2 corner guards, and although there still would be 1 yellow stone in the house,
Back 12.
it could be this
Back
split.
12.
Do we need to be
If it's
Back
not
12,
made
back 8.
properly, could give your opponent an opportunity to get under, so it doesn't come
Still a
without
little heavy
risk.
for that, but it'll be okay. Curl. Curl, 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 curl.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a little finger on the back.
Yeah, I looked close and I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Hey,
that's
come
gonna run
sweep.
straight. What do you plan?
I'm thinking we play hit and roll on the top one.
Okay. What turn?
In turn.
Okay.
Try to roll under the corner. I'm going to throw easy weight.
Okay, you got it. Let's make it.
Another option is just to ignore that stone and go around the corner. I don't know if Reed's aware, but that yellow stone that he's hitting is 3rd shot, so you don't need to make a play at that. You could just go around and
Whoa.
lie 2nd
Stay
and
close.
3rd.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Red, red, red.
And we'll stuff the back yellow. And yellow is still shot stone, back 8.
Yeah.
Now I don't hate it. Is it different now?
It's ran on.
Or do I play the hit and roll?
Pardon? You're not going to get, I would like to sit 2 and you won't get that off the roll.
Gotcha. What do you like?
I like this, I think.
I like that too, Laura. I know how to make her, I think. I can probably see over here.
Sounds like a lot.
Trying to block the come around by going in.
Okay, line's good.
You can just
Felt
really
heavy to
feel
me.
the chemistry on this team, too. Obviously, they've had success before. They're
Close,
third
but a
now
little heavy,
Canadian
yes?
mixed doubles championship together, won the world bronze medal back in 2018, the year they won Canadian gold. That was in Sweden. A great performance by them on the world stage.
Even them up.
And no panic, even when they were down 4 points. played that many times together. You've been up, you've been down, you've come back, you've let teams off the hook.
And Kirk might have done just that here. The double now is lined up.
It sure is.
Didn't curl as much as maybe too much ice on Kirk's throw.
How much?
I think I throw like a hard normal.
Okay, turn.
In turn.
So looking for the double and keep his shooter behind that redstone, biting the top of the house.
Maybe get a little more finish on that turn side.
Yeah.
That's impressive to me when him and Joanne Courtney 2017 win gold, but they did it undefeated. As you've seen, there's just so many variables in every single game of something that can and usually will go wrong for you. But to go undefeated, that's impressive.
Yep. Whoa.
Reed Carruthers in 6. Needs an impressive shot, trying to make the double. He'll roll it over and bounce it.
Okay.
And the shooter just a little bit too much action.
Yeah, Laura.
As who shot? Yellow Calf?
I think so.
Well, I mean,
Still touched it, eh?
Yeah.
Darn.
I guess if you nose this, there's not much of a double there.
not bad. They hit and roll under. We freeze.
Just don't really want to do that, but what's your gut say?
I don't mind that hit.
Okay. Do you want me to
Like,
sweep
if we
it?
play the hit and they happen to make a good one, we do have a double to force them to 2.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. Do you want me to sweep it?
Think so, yep.
Okay. Let's just try to get in here.
Think so.
Yeah. Sit 2.
See where they go. If they make it perfectly under, we'll just draw.
Okay, I like it.
But if they leave me some sort of double, I'd probably go at it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm thinking a good board.
I threw a few hits here. It just sits there.
They just, yeah, ran.
Got a little more curl off the line on that one.
Okay.
Now, Reed Carruthers threw out here earlier, and it didn't do a whole lot. It just stayed where it was released.
Clean. Whoa. Off. Off. Right off. Yep. Roll it out. Roll it out. Hard.
Okay, good.
Why roll it out, Kathy?
Because if it stays at all, that gives you the double opportunity and a chance to be buried.
Laura.
Now that stone is
Good
covered.
board control, maybe.
I think it'll go hard off
Yeah,
the
I
line.
agree. Yeah. That looks good.
Okay, let's make it.
More shot.
He's a good. I might have a tough time getting to that one shot, and then if you buy second and third, give him 2.
Yeah.
You think this is a bit too much, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So trying to get around that top stone, enough to get to the back and tap it back. Doesn't have to go out of play. Would love to lie 2 if they're able to tap it back a couple inches.
Close. Yep. Yes. Hard. You're on the red.
Split
You're
it,
on the
split
red.
it.
You're on the red. Whoa, whoa,
So the audible.
whoa,
Want to
for
split
the
it thin,
switch.
don't we?
Yep, keep going.
So not a bad plan B.
Okay, good.
Okay.
That works.
Half behind that corner.
Curled, eh?
And that is shot stone.
Going sideways.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Make sure it's only 2. Yeah. I mean, it's probably close to wide open if I could get to the nose.
Good. Yep.
Like if you're feeling that.
Let me just
See what
take
you
a
can
look at
see.
it.
Yeah. We got time.
It's tough to get to nose though playing acute, and then I risk giving them the double.
Yeah. We kind of know, like, just if we're anywhere in there, it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I mean, even
Like-
if I'm behind it,
Yeah. Yeah, might be even better.
so I'd want to be right here.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I'll just aim for here.
Here.
So I think that ice will be fine. I spun mine. Would
well,
you
and
agree?
that's kind of where I want it
Yeah.
to end up.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think you're good. Right on the edge there. So speed's good in here too, Laura. Like I was getting you probably got mine. Like
Yep.
15's fine for T-line. So
Yeah.
That's fast, isn't it?
Quick speeds. That is certainly a little bit quicker than we saw at the Scotties and the Briar. And that's where I think that both Kirk and Laura got caught early in this game,
so top 4,
having played only one game, came into it, and we're going back to muscle memory of what they threw for a week. We're just that little bit deep.
Bounce off's not awful,
Yeah,
is it?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get on in there.
you betcha.
Your weight's good. No, weight's really good, Laura.
You sure? I really felt like
Top
it was-
4.
Okay, it needs to curl. Still needs to curl, Kirk. You're not on
Weight's
it
really
yet.
good.
Okay, line's close. Close for line.
Weight's really good. Top
Whoa,
4.
Yep. Whoa.
Weight's
Whoa.
good for the shot. We're a little heavy yet.
Whoa, yep. Whoa. Yeah.
Trying to lock it on, Laura Walker. And that is a beauty.
Shoot. Good throw.
Just a little over curl.
That's great.
Takes away a big end score, but it is red. That is still shot, so draw for 2.
Hey, take your normal drop pass.
What do they always say, Kath, that the freeze is one of the hardest shots
It is.
in this game. So considering in mixed doubles the circumstances to
Normal drop pass.
make that shot, not bad.
Okay, let's have a good kick here.
Yeah.
Well, if she had bounced off, if she was a little bit heavy, Brian, and set up the double for 4, that wouldn't have been ideal. So pretty good result. And Selena still does need to hit the 4-foot.
So now both power plays have been used. Final stone, in-turn draw, Selena Njegovan, and a chance for 2 and to retake the lead.
I think it's close, Reed.
Okay.
I think you're close. Clean it. You're good.
Sit. Just gotta sit. Gotta sit.
Would love full 4. And that's exactly what she has. So that is a lovely draw from Selena Njegovan for a pair in a back and forth contest here in Calgary.
Nice throw.
Thanks.
Got a back and forth game. Look at the 3rd and 4th end. They traded 4s and a 2 on the board in 6 as they use the power play. Njegovan, Carruthers. So here in 7, down by 1. Walker, Muyres, Yellow rocks with the hammer.
Needs to curl, Reed. Really needs to curl.
Curl.
Yep. Right to it. Right to it, Reed. Good sweep.
Good shot.
Good sweep.
Great spot.
It's a lot of work out here. Lots of running and brushing and sweeping. And for these teams that have not had the opportunity to play a lot this year, the emotional exhaustion from the Scotties and the Briar,
Weight's really good.
all players on this sheet came in with such high hopes, had some pretty good results, but not the ultimate one they wanted.
Close, yep.
I'm still disappointed, Kathy. If your out turn was a little bit better, we could have qualified and been one of the 35 teams. So we'll be back.
Out turn.
We'll be back stronger at some point.
Nice shot.
You with Mr. Knee surgery.
Oh,
Really
Your
nice.
standing
Well
up
done.
delivery.
It's not pretty. Can we use the stick? I would need, seriously. It's been
Yeah, exactly. It's one
falling
less-
apart here in the
one
booth,
more
Kathy.
less. Okay with that.
Yeah, that's true.
See where they end up here. Nice shot.
Thanks, good judge.
Line's good.
Okay, gets close.
Okay. Needs to work a bit.
Okay.
Is it a bit hot?
Just a hair.
There's the break point. You could see it.
No, no, no.
Just let this curl.
And how much the stones will go once
Oh,
it gets
no.
to that break point.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Shoot.
Sure.
Gonna give myself sweeping.
It's okay. You got it.
And that is a great comment by Reed. I need to give myself
Think that's a good
sweeping
shot?
weight. The tendency here is when you don't have great brushers, because there aren't any, is to throw that little bit extra, and it's so quick you just don't need to.
12 right in the middle.
Yeah, agreed.
A little bit of room right now.
Weight's close.
Okay, line should be good if weight's good, but let it work a bit. Let
Weight's
it work
good.
a bit still.
You gotta go a bit.
Only if you have to. Okay, go ahead. Yep. Yep. Hard, Kirk, hard.
I'm light. Think.
Try to finish it maybe then?
Yeah. Okay.
It's fine.
Girl, baby. Sorry, Laura.
Okay.
Coming down on top of that yellow stone. Sorry, Brian.
No, you're fine. I was just looking at the button, and Walker Muyres, I believe, shot stone.
Agreed. And with that last throw coming short, it means that if Reed's able to come down on this side, it's going to become difficult for Walker Muyres to score 2 unless they start to move stones around. And if they move stones around, that also opens the door for Carruthers and Njegovan.
Okay, weight's
Mine's
better.
really good.
So the outturn draw, and you
Weight's
heard
good.
Reed, he wanted to give himself some sweeping weight
Weight's
to
real good.
Yep.
work it in there.
Roll.
Just for line.
Roll line, roll line, roll line. Needs to curl.
Really close.
Needs to curl.
For sure.
Yep. Get to nose. Yeah, no, straight, straight, straight. Great shot, Reed.
It's good. Better weights
Great shot.
finally.
Nice throw.
That's good.
14-9.
That's the nice thing if you're the middle thrower. You get not 1, not 2, but 3 chances to redeem yourself. 3 rocks per end.
I don't know if it ends up that great for us in the end, but at least it's open a bit. Do you like? I mean, we can get second shot, but if you don't make it, we're probably forced.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't make this, he's going to make us look at 3. But I mean, I guess that's okay at this point, hey? What do you think? You like?
Open it up.
It is time for the team comparison, brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Well, the team comparison is very similar to the scoreboard. When you have less than 5%, you call it a wash. So both teams playing relatively equal. This is going to come down to an angle or a precise draw, made or missed.
Whoa! Yep, yep, yep.
So Kirk Muyres, and he bangs things around, and at the end of the day, my goodness, that is a lot of red for Njegovan Carruthers.
That'll do, eh?
Opened it up, though.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the risk. When Reed made that shot, if the opponent goes to open it up, it creates opportunities for both sides. Unfortunately for Kirk, the yellows were the ones that left.
I think I can afford an inch more. Yeah. Even an inch off center is fine.
Okay.
Broom and wait.
I don't know why I still find it funny every time I see the broom just sitting there. Hello, thank you.
Go on it
Here we go.
early. Just
Yeah, I
keep
thought
it
I was a
out.
hair soft.
Okay, yep.
Trying to plug that access
Get out
to the
there.
lid.
2, 3.
Okay. Lines. Okay.
Okay, 3.
Derek Samagalski doing the exact same
Fighting.
thing, one sheet over with his delivery.
Sit.
Even with that red's fine.
Sit.
Sit, 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 sit.
So that is now 5 counters in the house here in the 7th end.
This. And try to get the 3.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'm just trying to think what's the easiest for you to get 1 when we're done here.
We have to move this one somehow, I think.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I think that's the play, hey?
And then we might have options on
Yep.
somewhere.
I don't think I'm ever squeaking through, so
And if you
Fortunately.
do, it's
great.
I don't see it.
So pretty thin. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably as much as I want to hit.
Small, half like a third.
Really needs to move that stone, because if that stone's gone, Laura's going to have this access to the lid. So the top two don't really matter as much as trying to get that one stone off of the forefoot to give her a path to be able to score.
All right, Kirk, you know how to make this.
All right.
Take your time.
Third of a stone. Should run up for me.
I think so.
So this a big shot for Kirk Muyres to try clear some red granite.
Whoa, whoa, yep.
With Hammer
Whoa,
here
yep.
in 7.
Yep.
What can he move? Kirk Muyres.
Okay.
And he jams the one on the button, but things are looking a little bit better.
I'd say it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah, I think so.
It is not just because there's less stones, but because of where they
Whatever you're
are.
meant to force, like, still in it.
Not the end of the world, you're right. So they're coming in turn.
I think they're just guarding it. Do I play the run?
I'm fine with dead guarding the yellow twos. Great option as well.
Sorry? Sorry?
I'm really really good with just playing the guard on the yellow as well as an option. That's the only way they get two.
Okay.
If you make it in, it's great, but it still leaves them a pretty easy one, I think.
Okay.
If you play the out.
Okay.
So, you like the guard?
Yeah, so edge of, well, you were a touch tight. I had you
I was
middle.
a touch tight. Yeah.
So do you want?
They're throwing a
They are
guard, you're
throwing
right.
the guard, so
Do you have the out-turn tap?
overburied by quite a bit.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'm not coming that close to the guard, but
And I think that for Reed, if you guard that Yellowstone, which is the shot that they've elected to go with, that is the only way for your opponent to score two if they make the run back double.
You got lots of time.
And the other thing is
Halfway's
that for
great,
Laura
and
playing that out-turn draw, she has to tap the stone. It's not just a draw. In order to score, she must move it back, so would leave a very tough shot.
I think you're there.
Yeah. Just how's the
A
line?
little bit for line. Keep it out there, Reed. Okay, line's good.
Weight's good.
Okay, line's good.
What does it need to do?
No, it needs to stop.
Okay.
Actually, no, a little bit, yep. Hard. Hard, Reed. Hard, Reed. Keep going. Good seat.
Shoot.
I think it's close.
Okay.
which one's there?
Like, I guess you could make that. It's not the easiest shot.
I think this is easier with hack and just try to cross it a hair.
Yeah.
And just get to there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That looks like a much nicer hole
yeah,
than
yeah,
the other
no,
one.
I hear you there. That's
I think it's
actually
way
really good.
It's only a
easier.
piece tucked into high guard.
Totally. And we got to hit like 7/8 to 3/4.
3/4 because I'm crossing it, I think.
That's right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I think that's the point. for
Just
sure.
through?
I think so.
Whatever you think you need. I think just through weight.
Well, there is a hole there. You heard Celine at the end trying to get Reed to go, thinking that it was going to finish, and it
That's too
didn't.
much?
No, I think with back 12,
Okay.
that should be really good.
Okay.
So coming across the face
And I
of
think your
this
weight will be
stone,
fine. Here we've opened her up enough.
enough to hit it on the inside as you look at it.
And even if they give up one, Kathy, not the end of the world with hammer and mixed doubles where you can generate some offense.
For sure.
But try and limit the damage or at the very least score one here in 7.
It's a bit deeper.
Yeah, that looks nice. You got your spot there.
Yeah.
There you go. Take your time. Okay, just through.
Oh,
Just through, Laura.
So the quiet tap attempting her
through.
second hit today.
whoa.
Got to find the hole. Final
Just
stone
through.
here, Laura Walker.
Yes! Yes!
Watch it make its move. Got to get by the red, and they just do. Angle it back, tap it. My goodness,
Beauty.
pistol for one from
I
Laura
got a
Walker.
little crazy on that one.
That is
There
a
you go.
great curling shot.
I figured you.
I thought I left it too long. I was like, oh, I'm on the
Just
guard
gets it
for
by, papers the guard, gets the angle, and dynamic weight to make the shot, and 1 on the board for Walker Muyres. It's been a great game. 7-7 coming home. It has been one of our more entertaining games, the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship on TSN, in a 7-7 tie, as both teams having used their power plays, some outstanding shots, and what a beauty that was from Laura Walker.
Just that little bit of expected curl that didn't happen for Selena Njegovan on her final guard, left that port, and a wonderful read of ice, great weight to score that point.
So it's a 7-7 tie. Hammer now belonging to Njegovan Carruthers here in 8.
Beauty. Nice shot, Laura. Nice spot.
Probably better that it's not frozen.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's good.
Yeah.
And if you count the alternate, there are 4 members of the Scotties champion team from Carrie Anderson. And it's a battle of Burchard and Sweeting on that team. And it is 6-5, Sweeting Kennedy leading. Soderbacher, Karwacki, Semigulski in a 5-5 tie. Of course, Karwacki was the alternate on the team. And Mayer Nichols down by 2 to Martin Griffith. And Martin Griffith with hammer as well. Up 8-6.
Okay.
Do you want to try to slide here or just straight freeze?
Yeah, and if I'm a guard, is that bad?
No? Guard this one or a double center?
Well, I think, yeah, I think that freeze is a good shot, but if I'm a little light, that's okay, hey?
I think we should pick one.
Okay, what do you like better?
What do they do if we're here? They have to double peel.
Yeah.
But I guess it probably comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I like the fact that they're not in between shots. Like, let's just make a call and make the shot, not, oh, if this happens, we do this.
And I do like the way that Laura dealt with that, which is we need to pick one, and you have to throw, in the case of Kirk, with confidence that you're throwing one shot, not if I do this and I do this.
Not heavy, Laura.
That's good. You need to
Top 8, top 12.
Line's pretty good. Just maybe try
top
to tuck,
8, top 12.
Tuck a piece. Yep. There. Yep. Yep.
Not
yep.
quite to it.
Keep going. Line's really good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. 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 Good spot, Kirk.
Got to the inside.
Run. No, I just don't want to.
That's good. That's
get caught
perfect.
in between. Yeah.
I'll play the intern.
Okay.
The Game Story is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app.
Well, the tie tells you it's a really close game, and there has been some wonderful shot making. That power play generated the big end to bring this game back to even, and a wonderful touch shot by Laura Walker on her final. That tied the game. Numbers very even by the players.
In a 7-7 tie, been some great shot making with Njegovan Carruthers with hammer here. Coming home in 8 and trying to open things up. Reed Carruthers. Run it back. Oh, and he'll clip the one red stone belonging to his team. So now 2 yellows up top, including shot stone for Walker and Muyres.
We'll take a timeout on this one.
Okay. Okay.
And we saw the game story a lot of, and we've seen it with a lot of the teams. You know, a 5-1 advantage at one point in this game for Njegovan and Carruthers.
Tight guard, Laura.
But obviously having that weapon of the power play that you can use.
I think this game is very emotionally and mentally exhausting just because there's so many rocks in play, and those big points go up. There doesn't have to be a lot of misses to generate those.
Good call.
Just have to stay the course.
Okay, I think we get. He's on it. He's on it.
And a final score now as the Manitoba team of Karwacki and Semigulski A nice hug and a win over Sauter and Botcher. Brendan Botcher, the reigning Brier champ, but things not going as smoothly in mixed doubles thus far.
Red this way a bit and try to get the 7 out of there.
Okay, sounds good. Let's make it. You got it, Reed.
Nose on the last. Just got to cross
Came
a
up
bit.
and touch at the end there.
So this team using their timeout, Njegovan, Carruthers.
Well, just want to slow things down, take a really good look.
House set up too. Okay.
Yeah. You just have one more, hey?
Yeah.
You might get a little bit of curl there, actually. You want a broom or pull?
I guess we throw the guard like that's almost the perfect spot for the guard.
Just show him a piece on that side.
Thinking so,
I mean,
eh?
yeah.
Oh, it'd be nice if he just jumped that top one, but I don't think Raider's gonna do that.
Off.
Come on. Curl.
And spills the yellows. Does open up the button a little bit, but still shot stones. 2 of them for Walker and Muyres.
Not a brilliant result, but not a bad result either. He did open things up a little bit. There is some room to get in there now on both sides.
Where's ideal here, Kurt?
I think right on the center line, touching the button, not quite touching the button.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. I just want to make sure for the line call.
Are we getting time?
Line's good.
Felt heavy.
Okay, easy early then.
It's close.
It's still running, Kirk.
Wait's close, Laura.
There it goes. You still have to curl a little.
Yeah, we're there.
Still has to curl.
Oh,
Can you
no.
finish it?
No,
I think you're close.
I'm heavy.
It all. Finish it all. Tuck a piece, tuck a piece, tuck a piece, tuck a piece. Go, go, go.
Little pick action.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That might be.
Well, it's just, it was hard. That's why I'm like, oh, because if we make it too good, she can always nose us back when I get shot. Yeah, I agree.
Like, because if I make this double, they just hit it and you got to touch button.
Yeah, I like
Brianne Mayer
Yep, Mark,
and
go, go,
Mark
go, go,
Nichols
go, on the red.
and Brianne Stone
Oh, had a tap for the win.
Good game. Good luck, hey?
slides by.
Good game.
And so for Martin and Griffith,
Good game.
Good luck, eh?
Thanks.
2 of the favorites to certainly come through and make the playoffs. Another victory
I like it.
as Nancy Martin moving up the ranks in career wins at mixed doubles at Canadians. Her 8th appearance, the most all time.
Period. Can we get a run here?
Yep.
So their second time out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll call the timeout and then we'll have lots of time
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Okay.
So what do they decide on here, Kathy?
Here, so.
I'm not sure. I think they're running one of the guards back.
So you're gonna need to be.
Yeah, but it's also that kind of ice.
The one on the
Yeah.
right, I
I
believe.
feel like if you baby it, you're still not in good shape.
He's thrown a lot of run backs today, has not got the results that he was hoping for.
Come on.
Right off.
Reed
Watch the
Carruthers
back yellow.
slashes it in
Woo.
and makes the double, but how far will that yellow spill?
Good.
And still
hit?
lying
Yeah.
2 for Walker Muyres.
Well, he got 2 off the forefoot and opened up the shot stone. Right before that shot, Selena didn't have much of a shot. There's going to be an opportunity right now created by that for a couple of shots.
Change anything.
No, that's true. You could play this turn if you're worried about not being perfect. You know?
Like, I don't really need to get another one in the ring, so, like, I mean, she has to draw.
If you're happy with the draw of the button, then
Like-
you just throw a guard.
Well, I just feel like if I can throw it here and then make this, but this is pretty much wide open, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no. I think if you're worried about that,
That or I do this.
do you want to play the out? Draw here and then they don't have a shot. They're running, run stick.
Which might be, I give her a big target, is that easier than the draw? Because she's cool, draw the button.
I don't know. I think you've been playing it, but I mean, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to play, and then we'll just let them make.
They're all draws. Like, it doesn't. I don't really care.
I would love this.
Do you think I should throw the out then? I would hate to throw that with the in and rub off, and she has a great wall of China to draw
I think
to.
this, and if you're little, you just move them like that. They're in some heat. What do you think?
Yeah, and even if I just nose tap it, like.
And if you're here, then she's got the draw. Like, you have some range. Let's play for right here.
I want to just try to cross it here.
Yeah.
Even if that way, if I do this, I'm not doing, like, coming off it the wrong way, right?
Yeah, I think so. So,
like edge of 8.
Edge of 8, T-line weight, right here.
Yeah.
How's that look?
Looks good. Is that enough?
So as we check the scores, we know 2 finals as mentioned, Karwacki, Semigalski, Martin Griffith winning. And Sweeting Kennedy, Burchard Schneider going to an extra end. So some Anderson bragging rights on the line. Sweeting and Burchard obviously teammates and 2-time defending Canadian champs. They're going the extra, tied up at 6.
Well, on our feature sheet, they talked about doing a couple of things. They talked about throwing a guard on that yellow stone. That leaves Selena the lid to draw to. It's what you want your opponent to play. They're trying to take everything away on this shot, having Laura come in the house, tap the stone a little bit, and roll to the top of the button. May not be an opportunity for Selena. She'd have to go bury essentially around a stone at the top of the button to get a bigger part of the button.
Top 4. T-line.
Whoa!
T-line, top 4.
Close.
Just moving it 4 inches.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep.
Top button.
Yep. Yes!
We're there. We're there.
Yes, for line, Kirk.
Nice shot. Sit. Beauty. I just knew we had good weight, so I didn't want to sweep it to the button. Nice shot.
It's pretty good, isn't it, Kathy? That's going to be tough.
They gotta grab the side of the button. That is amazing.
It's pretty good. I'm not sure with Reed looking at that whether they're playing the run back to make the double or she's playing the draw to the lid.
Hey, T-line.
T-line, draw to the lid.
Yeah, T-line weight. Same as what you threw.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on the T.
So you ignore that stone that's biting the top of the button and you throw to T-line, knowing that if it's on the T-line and biting the button, you will be shot.
Keep it out there.
So in a 7-7 tie, very entertaining game. Final stone, Selena Njegovan needs an absolute perfect draw to get that home hardware button. As now it has to grind down and stop in time, and a little bit too much weight. As Walker, Muyres steal a win in our feature. As the gold medalists in 2018, a massive come-from-behind victory to take it, 9-7.
The Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship is brought to you by OK Tire and BKT Tires. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like it. By Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
They came down from 5-1. That deserves a hug, you bet. The former gold medalists battling back to take it. And I don't know if you want to jump in this pool because it's the pool of death, as you talked about, Kathy. Very tough.
So tough. Not only as individual players, but as partners like Martin Griffith, who have shown that they know how to play mixed doubles. Tough to get out of this pool.
So a massive win to improve to 2-0 for Walker and Muyres. And just one game remains on the ice. And some bragging rights for members of Team Carrie Anderson, as Val Sweeting, Shannon Burchard going head-to-head, as it is Caitlin Schneider and Shannon Burchard taking on Mark Kennedy and Val Sweeting in a 6-6 tie. As we'll pick up the action, it is Kennedy and Sweeting with Hammer, and we had a glance over. Val Sweeting with her final made an outstanding double takeout.
Yeah, it's still hair
And then Shannon came down and hit and stuck around to pick up the single, so that's why we're tied up at 6.
Right there.
And it is Sweeting Kennedy with red stones with Hammer here in the
Do
extra
I have to
end.
move it?
Little bit would be safe, yeah. But
But in my shot, if I'm just right on it?
yep.
Okay. I'm almost liking the intern just because this has been
Yeah.
left.
This side feels pretty good now.
This side.
Yeah.
Speed's good. I've
Yeah.
got a 14.6 on his. They're
Get
clean. So.
right to the nose.
Yep.
Okay, you got it.
Just sweep
We
it
talk about them
Don't
being two lefties. He can talk about the in turn, and Val knows what he's thinking about. If I'm sitting in the hack, this is my out turn. So just that communication, the ability to follow each other's throws, having two left-handed people is a real advantage.
Room.
Yeah, we're there.
Whoa.
As the Olympic gold medalist from
Back
Vancouver
Whoa,
delivers.
No. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Coming off.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay.
And the pocket is certainly there.
I think it's best if we just move to 7, just a sliver, and get right there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're
We
shot,
don't
right?
have to if we're anywhere
Yeah.
in that vicinity.
Okay.
I think that's really good.
So I'll take like 3 feet off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same line.
Same line, like even a sliver more, if anything.
Okay.
And this is 2, so.
Okay. I think the same ice, we can just manage it. Sorry.
You saw Catlin Schneider, that bronze medal. That was last year with Matt Dunstone in Team Saskatchewan, and this year joining the team Kirk Myers,
I'll
and
let you
another
know if we're
bronze
just a
for
sliver
Dunstone
heavy.
here in the bubble in
If
Calgary.
we are, then we'll definitely play to just a little nick on the red.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you got one more. So I'll try to move it out of there.
Shouldn't do it.
Now you can expect some heat from Mark Kennedy on his final stone.
Got room.
There is a wall
Oh,
building
close.
up there. If Catlin's
Weight's
on
good.
top, it'd be pretty tough to
Weight's
score.
good.
Right now.
Okay.
Has to curl.
Weight's really good.
Has
Back
to
4.
curl.
Back 4.
Has to
coming.
curl.
Curl a bit, please.
Pretty slick little path.
Come on.
Okay.
I think it's the draw.
Just a little too hot.
Yeah.
Which way? It looks really natural this way. It's just this path might be a little
I think the same weight you just threw on this side will be close.
on this side. Okay.
Do you like that?
Yep.
I think
Because
you
This
can
looks
get there.
tough.
Yeah, I think you're gonna when you clear that, you'll over
Okay,
curl.
sounds good. Come on down.
Because of where Catlin threw that stone, no need to throw a hit weight. There is still a pocket, an opportunity
Yeah, just get the line
to
and
come
you're fine.
around. The
Well, this
question
side's
was
that
what
little bit
turn.
straighter, but I
You
gotta
can
get
hear
it.
him say that
I
he
agree,
really likes
yeah.
to play
But you're
this
thinking
turn,
around
but
the
this
same.
rock is going to be
Yeah,
in your
so
way.
it'll
So
be
now
there.
forcing to go the other way.
Yeah, you got
And
it.
clearly away, Muddy, they haven't played a whole lot because he seems very uncertain to what the weight might be.
So Mark's out turn.
Okay, I like it with the ad.
Okay, line's good. Line's perfect. I think you got to go for everything. Yep, for line. Bump's fine. Get the
It's
line
close.
right. Line's good. Whoa, line's good. Line's good. Yep.
Trying to wedge one in
It's
there
good.
right
Yep.
in the pocket
Yep.
with Hammer.
Yep.
Just line.
Whoa, whoa, you're
Bumping.
good. You're
It's
good.
got to
you're good.
curl up a little
Good
bit.
job.
There's the
Great
bump.
speed.
There's your shot stone right on the home hardware button.
I didn't want to lift, but I was sure we were there.
Don't lift.
Yeah, good.
Good speed.
And one
Nice
timeout
shot.
per
Way to
team
get it
in the
in there.
extra.
2 is going to jam here.
Yeah.
So we're going to be 1-2, and she's just going to have a draw. But
Yeah.
that's all you got, I think.
Okay, basically hit it here, hey?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yep. I'm just trying to think of like.
Get on the edge. This goes
appropriate
this way.
weight. I don't think it really matters.
I think
It might nick the 8, like just, which is okay. I think just like.
well, I think this one's coming back and moving these ones out of the 4.
Yeah, I think just an easy firm. I don't think you have to like fire it at all. You just got to hit it right.
Okay, I've seen this spot with
You
Beal,
bet.
so
You
I
threw
think
this one like exact same shot as you threw earlier in the game.
They know it's not going to be an ideal situation. You hit that on the side. The red one will scooch out, and you're going to have that pocket for Val to make the draw for the win. But right now for Shannon, the objective is just to make sure that Val has to throw something.
You're right.
better.
You will.
They're both close right now.
Like some of them have hung here.
Yeah, it's getting faster and straighter on that
Yeah.
side.
I like the same path you just threw.
Me too. There's a good chance this 8 might squirt enough, though. I'll sweep something. The only thing
She's
is
gotta like paper
but
it.
she already made this shot. She papered it for 2 in the third end. It's exactly
So the former skip, Shannon Burchard.
Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trying to slash her own yellow in. Has to move it enough and will. And they are shot stone 1 and 2, but 1 to come from Val Sweeting and Kennedy Sweeting using their timeout.
A great shot by Shannon. That's all she had to work with.
Beauty.
3/4.
Okay, as good as we can do. I guess I could nose, like, I could play weight and come into that
Don't
too.
like that.
Okay.
Just brings the guard into play. I think you're either throwing the out turn draw that I just did, or you're making this double. And I like you hitting half a rock here.
Yeah,
I think it's a nice true spot. Take right there, it'll curl just a little. I like that. You good with that?
yeah, I'll take a look at it, but
Nice shot, Shannon.
Val will take a look from the hack. You can see what Mark is interested in, is playing that double.
I'm just curious what Val is interested in because she's the one throwing the shot, but
I am as well. She didn't sound super confident about it, just said, I'll take a look. The draw's there. Thrower's choice.
It's going to curl just a little bit.
just a bit.
Curl a little towards the boards, just a bit. Yeah.
so get the 2 yellows to go, and obviously the red stone you see in the 4-foot, that would be the game winner. In an extra end, in a 6-6 tie, final stone, Val Sweeting for the win.
Curl, Mark. Gotta go. Gotta go a little more. Go, go, go,
Got to
go,
curl,
go.
got to get them both.
Atta girl.
1-2, what a shot, Val
shot.
Sweeting.
Great game, guys. Good battle.
good game, Val. Good luck,
One red,
guys.
yeah.
A great double,
This one.
and catch your breath.
I wasn't sure
As
if I
Shannon
did
was
one.
watching closely, bang, bang, lovely.
Got to make that move a little bit, I think, for Val, feeling that it was just tracking in that spot.
Well done. Good game, good double. Great finish.
So Val has the bragging rights over teammate Shannon,
We get 5.
and a win at the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. As we get closer to next Thursday in that championship final, who will get there? Well, you see why that's a big win, because the lefty combination out of Alberta, Sweeting and Kennedy, still perfect, as we have 5 pools of 7, and the top will get that bye as we get to the championship round, which begins next week.
Whoa, whoa.
Trying to run this back into the pile.
A lot of experience on that Jennifer Jones, Brent Lang team, and a 3-0 record taking on the youngsters out of Quebec, Laurier St. George and Felix Esselin. We can't wait to bring it to you as we focus on Pool B at the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship tomorrow, as we have 3 draws, and it all begins at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Our 3rd event under the bubble.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement thus far. Our first and only weekend, as we will crown a champion this upcoming Thursday. On behalf of myself, Kathy Gauthier, our very hard-working TSN crew, thanks for watching the Season of Champions on TSN.